Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Nick Wilson, Clint Thompson, David Murphree. Another episode of Talk or Go Home. For those of you wondering if you're listening and not watching to this, speaking of which, you can watch this on Spotify, watch it on YouTube. Don't forget you can subscribe to all the latest shows like Triple Threat and Guess What Coach on Lens Plus on Apple Podcasts for $1.99 a month or $14.99 a year, as well as 99 cents a month on Spotify.
Plus tax, apparently.
But if you're watching this on Spotify or YouTube, you will have noticed that Clint was just caressing my cheek. But we've got two very special guests on here tonight that I've been excited about this for a while, actually. And I
learned when I walked in the door that
that is not true.
Actually, we heard that you didn't want us on here.
Word travels fast. That is not true, no matter what Nick Wilson says.
They actually just met. So, but no, it's Wendi Bischoff and Cherane Moreno. And the reason we wanted to have you guys on, let me just kind of clear the air. Y'all have been friends for coming on, 17 years now? 17?
Oh, no.
16 years?
16.
16 years? So almost 17.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on 17 years, right? But 16 definite years.
16?
I think we just passed 15 and we're rolling into 16.
Oh, you're rolling into 16.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Rolling into 16. Okay.
Hold on. How do y'all keep up with that?
Yeah.
How many years we've been teaching?
Oh.
Our first year teaching was the year we met and became friends.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
all right. I'll go back to my hole.
Y'all are, what I want to do is I want to kind of delve into, because I mean, we're all three friends.
Are we?
But we we like to. I mean, at least
like
for the
you
camera.
were.
For the camera, we say we're
say
more
we are.
acquaintances, but that's fine too.
Yeah, but we haven't. None of us have known each other for that long. For 16 years.
I haven't known you for 16 years, but I've known of David for 20.
But you haven't known him.
No, gosh,
well,
no.
Like they've known each other. They know each other well.
No.
They're like opposite ends of the soul spectrum, but they're connected. And we'll explain. We'll get into that. But anyway, so I want to dive into y'all's backgrounds first. But I know you have some questions lined up.
I'm just not really excited about them being here. It's been a long week.
Let's clarify. Let's clarify.
I need a shot of cardamom
Oh, God.
Let's clarify.
to get through this. It's been a long week. It was crazy on the bus. Kids throwing monkey noodles everywhere.
Monkey noodles?
Her monkey noodles.
Yeah.
What is a monkey noodle?
It's this popular now. It's like a rubber band, and they're throwing them at each other and hitting each other. They're just flying everywhere.
Flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
So you are next door neighbors, classroom-wise, with Cherane, with Miss Moreno.
Yes.
Cherane Moreno. And you're down the hall from Wendi. I'm not. I'm on the opposite hallway from all three of y'all. But I make my way over there sometimes and annoy y'all. Actually, well, frequently I annoy y'all. But so what's it like on that hallway? First off, y'all have a hallway group chat. Hold on. Y'all have a hallway group chat, do you not?
Yes, we do.
That I'm not a part of.
You're not on the hallway, so of course not.
Well, I was on it, but I violated some rules, so I got kicked out.
No, you violated the rule of talking to him.
Yeah.
What?
He was. We
Hold
had
on.
private stuff, and he was sharing it with you, so we kicked him out of the group.
What did he share with me?
I don't remember what it was, but it was offensive at the time.
So I got him in trouble with y'all. That's what you're saying.
He couldn't keep his mouth shut, so we
You got rid of him.
exiled him.
So it's bad again. I mean, it was bad to start with,
Excommunicado.
and then it got better, and now it's bad again.
I don't think
Us
it's
being
bad.
neighbors.
Well, you were yelling all day. All
Today?
day.
Today?
Every day, really, but it was particularly loud today.
Sit down and shut up.
Does he say, "Hey, how you doing"? Does he say that a lot?
Sometimes
Hey, how you
waves. We'll get waves.
Is
Yeah,
it like
that
though?
right there. Like he can't be bothered to really wave,
Yeah.
but he wants to wave.
Yeah. He wants to seem annoyed. So look, I walked into his classroom today. Nobody's in there, and no students or anything. And I just, to make myself chuckle, I just go, "Hey, how you doing?" And then off in like the distance, I hear an echo go, "Hey, how you doing?" And he was in the bathroom.
Oh, in creative writing the other day, we have a day where we pick words and topics for other people, and then we have a caveat. Like, here are your words, but the caveat is you have to...
Could be, yeah. It's an inside
It's
joke.
an
Go
inside
ahead.
joke.
Go
Keep
ahead.
going.
Okay.
Caveat.
And anyway, so, what's his name?
Out.
The
We're not-
blonde-haired kid?
We can't say
names.
names.
Oh.
We'll bleep it out.
One of my students,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
had all these
okay.
weird words, and he had to be you. And so he wrote this amazing poem, and then he
yes.
read it in that voice, and we were all rolling. It was amazing.
Can I read the poem?
Yeah, ask
Okay.
him. It was hysterical.
You should have like recorded this. For
Well,
us.
I mean,
I mean, that would have been awesome.
I just now thought of it actually,
Yeah, that's awesome.
but it was funny.
That's actually awesome.
I think one interesting thing that happened this week is when Coach Murphree came to my room to get a child because he wrote on the window. And so, like, after he left on the bus, he wrote on the window. So after Coach left, I looked at him and I said, "What'd you do?" And he's like, "It was just fucked up." And I, like, wrote on the window. And I was
It was
Oh,
what?
fogged
A fogged up. Fogged up. Yeah, yeah. I had to do a double take. I had to do a double take. It was fogged up.
Yes,
It was,
I'm not trying to be
I've
interesting.
listened
Yeah.
to you for years, and I totally thought you were just like
it was
losing
fogged
it.
up.
You remember a couple episodes back when I thought I was having a heart attack? I'm getting that again.
Yeah. Hey, that's why. Look. That's why. This is why I'm so glad we had you guys on. Anyway, back to your story.
Oh
Fogged
my
up.
God.
Yeah, it was fogged up.
I said,
You're right, it was fogged up. It is. Every day it's fogged up.
It's fogged up.
So fogged up.
my gosh.
Go ahead.
that's what happens. Anyway, I said, I too would have written on the window. And the kid was like, yeah. And so later I told David, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you getting on to him about the writing?
Yeah,
Like,
because
it's
when it's
just-
fogged up, you can write on it. Yeah.
What, do y'all feel the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did it all the time on the bus because it's a form of entertainment.
Exactly.
I do it in the shower sometimes still.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you okay? He had a heart attack. I can't wait to go back and listen to that.
What's the problem? Like, is it like?
Well, when they fog up, they write on them, and you can still see it when it dries up. So,
Oh, okay.
Was it bad what he wrote?
well, I don't even know. I didn't look. I mean, I'm sure some of
Was it
them
as bad
were.
as what she just said?
She didn't say.
Probably,
We saw. We interpreted.
probably some of it. Yeah.
Yeah. God, that may be the funniest moment we've ever had on this.
Garvich is dirty bird.
It was her. It was her. It's all Moreno.
Yeah, I got. Well, he checked out. That kid checked out, and so I had to get two others volunteer. They volunteered to do it, so we went out there and cleaned the bus up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good times.
Is that what you were doing the other day at practice, or when we were at practice?
Yeah, we had done that during school, but then I come back and cleaned up because I had to watch your class, and it used up my time, so I had to come back and clean the outside.
Well, that wasn't my fault, by the way. I just want that noted. I didn't want to sit in that 504 meeting, but I had to. Yeah, those were fun. Anyway, okay, so let's kind of start with the basics about like let's get some context on you two. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Cherane. Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Go.
7 years old.
It's a country.
8 actually.
Yeah. You lived
moved-
there for how many years?
I moved there in 1981,
Mm-hmm.
and then my parents left in 2006. I left a little before that because I joined the military. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're currently in the.
Yes.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. You're in the Air Force,
Air National Guard.
Air National Guard.
Air
yeah.
National Guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Air Department of the Air Force.
Yes.
Technically, yeah. Air National Guard.
Airbnb.
Airbnb. You serve out of. Well, I'm not going to say that, but anyway, you are in the military.
Mhm.
You spent a lot of your formative years in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
You went to boarding school in the United States.
Yes.
North Kakalaki,
South.
South Carolina. Okay. And
Hold on. Why does North get Crackalacky but South gets Carolina?
Because Rhett and Link say they're from North Carolina. They say North
Yeah,
Kakalaki.
you always say North Kakalaki.
Yeah, but
See?
you don't
Okay,
say
so-
South Kakalaki?
No,
I don't know.
I just say
Huh.
South Carolina.
Columbia?
Columbia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I've always wanted to go there. Mostly to see the University of South Carolina.
It's really
but-
nice.
Go Cox.
Yeah. Yeah. Gamecocks. You tell us about you, because I don't think I've ever heard like your childhood, where you grew up, what happened, that kind of a thing.
Okay. I grew up in Trussville, Alabama. I'm from Blount County people.
You're from Blount County?
Well, my people are.
Okay, gotcha. Like what part? Like the-
Aniana,
Okay.
Sneed, Bluntsville. So,
yeah.
yeah, but they moved down to Trussville for work.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I graduated from here at Trussville,
What year?
1990.
1990. Hewitt
Mhm.
Trussville. Were they a city school then, or was it a county school?
No,
at that
it's
point?
county school.
It was county school at that
Mm-hmm.
point. Okay, and then so she graduated. She went to boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
You went to a good old county school right here in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Somehow, y'all ended up becoming really good friends somewhere along the way. So, like, talk about, like, very different. Let me just preface this. When I started here 5 years ago, y'all were here. How long had y'all been here when
I
got
was here 1 year and she'd been 2.
Okay.
Now you're known around here as Pimp Daddy, right? Really?
That was just a tragic computer moment.
Hold on. What?
This is one of the best stories.
Okay.
ever.
Go. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know her as
intrigued.
Pimp Daddy. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, following COVID, and the kids had been home doing online school, and they
Yeah.
did not have 2 computers. We had 1. And so one of them was using mine. I don't know which one, because of course no one will fess up to what happened or how this happened. But I logged on to do AP training, AP computer science. And I log into the class, and I'm about, you're supposed to be like 20 minutes early, but I'm about 4 minutes early. And so I'm like typing away and trying to get in
Struggling.
there. Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm on my couch, I'm in my pajamas, and I'm like logged into this class. And I see like the list of people logged in, and one of them says Pimp Daddy. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so unprofessional. I cannot believe someone's doing that. And, the instructor says, you need to put hello all. Good
I bet you
morning."
thought to yourself, that is fogged up.
This is great. This is great.
So I I'm thinking to myself, like, this is, I've got, get logged in, get everything situated. And the lady says, hello, students, good morning. We need you to put your real names in, please, so that we'll know who's present. And I'm like, God, that person really needs to get this situated. And I'm still, and then I bring up all the windows I'm supposed to bring up, and at the corner of this little window that has because I minimize my window as small as I can, because you don't want to look at yourself when you're on one of these meetings. So it's like this big, and right under it says Pimp Daddy. I was like,
So you are the culprit.
I mute my camera so no one can see me, and I'm going through like seconds of panic, and then I can't think of anything else to do but to jump off the call, because I'm like
You're just
I've
so- mortified.
I'm mortified. And so anyway, I situate things, I figure out where that's coming from, and I fix it. But I will tell you, I was treated different the rest of the week.
Hey, don't mess with her.
That's Pimp Daddy. Pimp Daddy from Asheville. All right.
You ought to do some call-in shows. It's
Yeah.
sports radio. This is Pimp Daddy from Asheville.
Hey, Paul, this is Pimp Daddy.
So
What
y'all,
about them Tigers?
y'all have been y'all started teaching together 16 years ago. So you've both been in education for 16 years.
Yes.
And
into our 16th
this,
year.
but it wasn't. This is your second school together.
Yes.
Both
Third.
of you- Third. Oh,
Well, yeah,
oh,
technically, yeah.
Third
okay.
school.
Third
Are we
school.
going to mention the schools? Y'all didn't want to? Okay.
Yeah, but they were at
This
other
year-
locations.
Y'all were at 2 other schools together?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Same-
she started.
same building.
Yeah. It just
It
the one.
changed.
Yeah. It,
Oh, okay,
One
gotcha.
got sold and purchased.
Y'all were working, but you've been working together
How do you
at
sell
one
it to
location
school?
and this location.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So okay,
Mhm.
all right, okay.
that's fogged up.
Yeah. You sell it. That's gonna be a recurring thing.
It is.
Name of the episode right there.
Fogged up.
Fogged up.
Dot.
Fogged up.
New T-shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Fogged up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they sold that
that's-
private school. I think it's the Naked Iguana now. That's Columbia, South Carolina reference. All right, sorry, I'm sorry.
I've never seen David so flustered in my life.
I haven't either. This is awesome.
It is on camera.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
If you're not watching this, do yourself a favor and watch it.
Go to Spotify, go to YouTube, watch it. Yeah. So, but like, walk us through some of the how you guys figured out y'all were, like how y'all became friends initially.
Well, for one
In the
thing, we
beginning.
were, just set a sail. There was no like training or you know, this is how you do something, or this is how you control so we were on our own for one thing. And so, like, you know, it's like,
I'll lean on you, you lean on me.
yeah, two travelers, you know, kind of like Lord of the Rings going to
Going to battle Sauron, yeah.
Yeah, going to battle.
Yeah.
And
We were walking through Mordor.
right.
We were.
We were. And so, yeah, and there were, long-time teachers that did not really, I mean, you know, they were sweet. They were so sweet, but they were in their room, you know, and they were like doing their own thing.
And we would fall on each other like, do you know what to do? No, I don't know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one day, Cherane came to my room because she couldn't post an assignment. She was working on her master's.
I threw myself across her desk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think, I think that's probably the day where we got more like, I trust her and she trusts
Okay,
me.
so well, let me illustrate, and I told you I was going to use this example to illustrate the differences between you two. Okay, because y'all are very different people, and I know he's got a question or a follow-up story to also illustrate this. But so, as of the recording of this episode, Queen Elizabeth II died a week or two ago,
Yes.
however long ago it was, and
1776.
we found out collectively as a staff in the lunchroom. Everybody was at lunch, and a kid told me, and then I immediately came over to y'all's table and said, "The Queen died." And after the initial, "Are you serious?" There were they reacted very differently. Okay. Wendi was, "Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna cry," and Cherane was, "Oh, okay, all right then." So, and I think that perfectly illustrates your personality and your personality. Well, when it comes to most things, there are some exceptions to the rule, but like Cherane's very, yeah, so whatever. Okay, let's fight. And then we fight. And very like, but I've never seen somebody be more successfully passive aggressive than you, and I've
Thank
never seen
you.
somebody be more blunt than you. So, you know, I think it's hilarious that y'all two sort of like you found each other in the universe, because y'all
Equal
y'all
each
are
other out.
very different in the best way possible.
I will say, I moved to Alabama,
Mhm.
and it was the first time in my life where I didn't know anybody, but it was just the first time in my life I hadn't met a friend, like, and I
Yeah.
didn't have a friend. And I remember like crying, "I don't have a friend." And I prayed for 2 years to God, please bring me a friend. And he brought me Wendi.
And I
Oh,
stuck.
snap.
And you
I
what?
didn't leave.
I stuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Well, I don't have a question. I won't remember when she died that day that she died. I mean, I remember when,
Queen.
Not
yeah,
y'all.
the Queen, I mean,
y'all.
but like people remember when Kennedy was assassinated. I remember when Bear Bryant died. I
What
remember
about
that.
Diana?
I remember that, yeah. Bear
I'll
Bryant,
remember
Diana.
that.
And then September 11th was,
I'll remember
you know, I remember
yeah.
that always. But
Yeah.
when the Queen died, I won't.
I'll
I don't
remember
remember
that.
that either.
I'll remember that.
I'll remember.
It was important.
where I was, and what
I
was
think
doing.
you and I are the only two at this table that actually give a crap about that whole situation.
1776.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. See? There we go.
See,
Yeah.
but see, I think it's like a representation of like Western civilization
yeah,
and
yeah.
the ties to World War II.
Yeah, we're buddies. We have
The
to have 'em.
special relationship, right?
Yeah, we
The
have to
special
have 'em.
relationship. Yeah.
So to me, it means something.
I mean, the fact that she was the last head of state to have served in World War II has got to be significant historically. I mean, that's huge. You know.
Does it? To me, that means that she was in a position of power for, 40 years too dang long.
No,
But
like she was
whatever.
in the women's auxiliary. Like she was actually in the British military, and actually, like she was a diesel mechanic. Like she
Okay.
actually contributed to the war effort. And in a time period where you've got most World War II veterans dying off, that's pretty significant to have somebody that that was still alive that contributed to the war effort, especially the English war effort, the British war effort, because they suffered significantly on the home front. But anyway,
Well, and Cherane's mechanic, or was in the
Whoa.
military.
right, diesel.
Mhm.
See, that's something you two have in common.
You mean the
Right.
Queen?
Yes.
Well, you know what they don't have in common? She's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah. She
And
is.
I'm not royal.
Yeah, that's true.
I wasn't going to point out the obvious,
You
but
lived
okay.
in a monarchy for a while.
Yeah.
How about that?
I did.
Yeah.
I remember when
Couldn't eat bacon.
King Faisal died.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What was that like?
We got off from school, like I was at lunch.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so they came in, my parents came in, or I don't know, my mom or my dad. I was like 3rd grade or 4th grade.
Yeah.
And they said he died, and I was like, okay. And they
Same-
said, you don't have to go back to school.
same,
and I was
same.
like,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Your dad working for, or both your parents? Did both your parents work for Aramco?
just my dad.
Just your dad worked for Aramco, which is the state.
It is
Oil
now
company.
after the oil. After
Was
the
it
Gulf
a
War,
private? It was still a private
before the Gulf War and
company.
then-
Was
yeah.
it British? corporation?
American Saudi oil company,
Oh, okay.
something
Okay.
like that. I don't know.
Okay. Gotcha. Then they nationalized it. Now it's the National Oil Company of Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's like one of the largest oil exporting companies in the world, right? Yeah.
It's
Now,
huge.
did your dad work? Did he retire from there?
Mhm.
He did.
Yeah.
And that's when they moved back here in 06.
Yes, because of terrorism.
Okay.
I mean, my dad,
Yeah.
like our
Yeah.
base got bombed, and so my mom was like, "That's
From
it."
Saudis or from other people?
Yes.
It was Saudis.
It was oh, they hated us that much.
Well, we were an American interest, and so they
Yeah.
and we were on a refinery, and so they ran a truck full of explosives.
But you weren't there. They were there.
No, they were there. My dad was sitting at home, and we had like an atrium,
Yeah.
and he was looking up at the ceiling, and there's like this huge boom, and then like the glass like sucked in and popped out.
Oh,
and the
really?
Plaster, and then there was another one, and I blew out all the windows in his where his shop was out there on the refinery. And my mom's like, "That's it."
And we're allies with them. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's why they came home. I thought it was just he retired and just let's
Well,
go
he
back home.
retired. He's like, "That's it.
Okay.
We're done."
That's how he made his decision.
That was it. Yeah.
Okay. That's I don't know. That's kind of fascinating because around here you just have people that like they work. Everybody usually works within like 100-mile radius of here, 80-mile radius of here, and that's you meet people that grew up in a different country, especially culture that's so culturally different.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you can kind of tell that wore off on you because that coffee was interesting. What,
Underdeveloped taste buds.
yeah.
Well, that
what was
you
it
would
called?
have to acquire taste.
Cardamom.
Cardamom. That's it.
Cardamom.
I don't think it was the cardamom as much as it was the what are some of the other spices that were in that?
Chicory. I don't know.
No. It's cardamom. I mean, that's like the main ingredient.
I looked at the ingredients and there were others that were like not sage.
No.
No,
I'd have to go get the bag.
not ginseng. There was
No.
something else in there.
Tastes like tea to me, some kind of tea. I mean, you
Well,
have to
it was
acquire
very
taste for it.
tea-ish.
Now,
Yeah.
the coffee in Saudi coffee proper, it's black and thick. And,
See, that's how I like that. Yeah.
and that cardamom flavor is very overwhelming. This was much weaker.
Don't say it.
You are the one that turned your head at me. Anyway,
What are we missing?
the cardamom.
Cardamom.
You're keeping it together, Clint. I'm so proud of you right now. You can tell. Yeah, never mind.
But it was I could learn to like it. But
When we make coffee in the morning, my husband put cardamom seeds in there and grinds it up with the
So
coffee
he's a
beans.
cardamom guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where they got the Cartman from South Park. If his name. Is that not where they got it? Was he a Cartman?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Not Cardamom.
I
Have
don't
you
know
ever
what
seen
you're-
South Park?
I don't watch that.
You don't watch South
No, I
Park?
don't
I think
watch
you'd
that
like it.
Yeah, be careful. It's fogged up.
I don't watch it either.
We're never going to let you live that down. We're never going to let you live that down.
Just wait till you're.
Wait till I
this
tell my
episode.
kid.
I
won't,
don't even know
'cause
what we were talking about. I lost track.
Hey,
of
let me ask Miss Bischoff.
You can call
question.
Wendy.
You went to Hewitt Trussell.
Yes.
Went to Alabama.
Yes.
You were in a sorority.
Yes.
You want to say anything about that?
She's also.
Anything?
Were you in the?
What
Million Dollar
sorority was
Band?
No,
Okay.
I was in the high school.
Okay, gotcha.
What sorority you in?
AOPI.
You
Okay.
weren't. I didn't know you were in AOPI. Yeah, I dated a girl that was in AOPI at Auburn. It was at Auburn though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Y'all gonna do
AOPI.
a little AOPI, yeah.
Shut up.
All right.
The AOPIs were awesome. They were always the smartest. At least at Auburn, they were the smart. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, engineering degree. You were in engineering?
Computer, yes.
Whoa.
Computer engineering.
Well,
was
did
my
you get that?
bachelor's.
You were okay.
Talk about breaking the mold.
Well, what about how'd you get into education though?
Uh,
From there, I mean, why did you decide?
That's a
Well,
long
why did you
story.
decide to change your?
Change.
Did you have to change, or did you get that degree?
Because we know which one's got more money.
Yeah.
And it's not this one.
I was in, I'll make the short version, but I was in Georgia.
It's witness protection. That's
Yeah.
what.
I was in Georgia. And I was working for Bell South. And I really enjoyed all of it. I mean, my coworkers, the work I did, where I worked. I was across the street from the varsity, so that was fun.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was fun.
With that degry, the
Yeah.
engineering degree? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we'd walk to the varsity once a week. That was fun. But I had my son, and then like
Those dang
Kids.
kids.
Gosh, dang it.
I
That
know.
kid.
I know. He has no idea.
Fogged it
but-
all up.
So anyway, I had my son Jack.
You're gonna ride that horse.
I am.
to death.
Until no one's laughing about it, I'm riding that horse.
I have a feeling
big
that's
boy.
gonna be soon.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm still
Go ahead.
Before this episode, I'd not met her. I like her.
Okay, so anyway, and driving to work was about it was supposed to be 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, but it was always more like 2 hours, and so I tried getting up at the crack of dawn and leaving my house at 4:30 and getting to work, and it was just a nightmare. And so I was like, I quit, and they're like, don't quit, work 3 days a week, and then and I was like, okay, I'll try that. And so I did. But when he was about 6 months old, he got RSV, and I was like, I'm sitting here, like, he's sick. I'm dropping him off. I'm 2 hours away. I mean, I was like, this is not working. And so I quit. And they were like, don't quit. Do a 1 year's leave of absence. And I'm like, okay. During that 1 year leave of absence, someone called me. I had stopped working probably like a month and a half, and one of the junior colleges called me and said, would you come teach a class? One of our teachers just quit. And I was like, sure. And it was a friend of mine. She was the head of the math and computer science department, and that's how it happened.
So, why didn't you stay at the college level?
We moved around. My husband worked in construction, and we moved around. And so when we left Georgia, like another college door didn't open. Like when we were in Florida, a high school door opened.
So then you moved to Florida.
We moved to Florida and lived outside of Longwood, outside of Orlando, and a high school door opened there, and then got back to here, and I took a year off of teaching, and then another job, the job where Cherane and I met, that opened up.
Which was in and around Birmingham. Okay.
Then you eventually got to Asheville, and
Yes.
you were here for a year before you got here.
I had to follow.
You were here for a year, but see, I remember you telling,
Left me.
yeah, you wanted her to come over here, and I broke up a fight, I think,
Yeah.
and you told her, man, you've got to see this guy we're breaking up this fight. It's unbelievable. There's a real man over here, but then you got over here, and you were
I was like,
real
where's this guy?
disappointed. Yeah, real disappointed, I guess.
So are you saying Wendi set you up for failure with Cherane?
Yep.
Well-
I don't guess there's any real men where they were at. I don't know.
No.
No.
David Murphree, a man's man.
No, because all right, when we were there was this really tall, like, big young man. He taught history.
Like 6'4".
Yeah. And we were kind of at a rambunctious school, and he told us that if a fight broke out and we tried to get, separate him, he wouldn't help us. And we
It's
were
you're
just
on
like,
your own.
Well, that's kind of my thing. I love
He
breaking them
loves
up.
right. And so that's why she told me there's this guy here who stepped right in, and we were used to people be like, if you go down, that's on you. Yeah.
Cherane did go down one time. I'll just say, yeah.
Elaborate. I mean, you can't set that up and not elaborate.
During a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't go
she
down,
didn't go down.
but I was
it
toeing the
was
line.
touch and go for a little while. We're in the lunchroom by ourselves, which always happened. We were the only ones that would show up at the lunchroom. And I don't know,
doing?
well, we kind of do know where everybody else was. And that's a story we won't tell. But
Yeah.
so we were the only ones in the lunchroom. Well, one of the young ladies got upset, and did she swing and hit, or
She went to hit another kid.
hit another kid? And Cherane called her from behind, and she went into, what do you call that? Anyway, she went into possum mode, where you just pretend to be dead, but then
But she was thrashing
yeah,
like a
she-
stuck
she
pig, and I
sprung-
was just trying to hold on.
she sprung back, her arms were up like this, and she was screaming, call the popo, call the popo. And
Hold on. Cherane or this girl?
the girl,
The
the
girl.
girl was screaming, "Call the popo!" And in the,
Exactly that? It wasn't
Yes.
called
Oh,
the
yeah.
police. It was
No,
called
it was
okay.
called the
no,
popo.
because she was saying
5150.
she was saying I'd rather be arrested than not fight. And in the midst of it, Cherane got scratched. And then
By very long nails.
Yes, by very long nails. So that was, yeah.
So how did the popo come?
No, I'm trying to. The vice principal walked in.
Hey, what's going on here?
I think the vice
I don't
principal.
remember actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just, that was always the eventful part.
Did you see his mocking attention he was giving you?
Uh-huh.
Who?
Him.
Oh.
So rude.
I'm accustomed.
Oh, dang. They're throwing you down.
I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt that.
He wanted us to elaborate more on his heroic feat of breaking up the fight, I think.
Oh, I see where you're
No,
going.
I wanted y'all to elaborate on that.
No, but I think
that
he's
was awesome.
pouting because we didn't
Oh,
elaborate on his.
well, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
He was a hero.
Yes, that
You were a hero that
fight
day.
was David grabbed this child by and I think he was taller than you.
Is this one? No.
Do you remember this encounter?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Was it significant?
He was in the bathroom, and
Oh.
like it was big enough to where I think a couple of things had gotten broken. He grabbed him by the scruff of the neck and then by the pants and kind of just
Threw him out.
threw him, because he didn't let go. He just, like, he had him
Escorted
walking
him
on
out?
his toes pretty much all the way down the hall.
Really?
Yeah.
What about
David
that
Murphree,
time
nightclub
That's
bouncer.
awesome.
He got punched in the face
Oh,
down there. At
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Well, was I?
And I was
here?
like, your face is red. Are you okay? You're like, I'm fine. And I'm like, it's really, really red.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know why.
You got punched in the face.
I guess
apparently.
so. I guess I got hit or something.
Must have been hard. You
It
don't
was in
remember
the heat
it.
of the moment. You know,
Yeah.
your adrenaline's up. You don't feel pain.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your initial impression of him as a person? Please tell me. Please
Yes.
elaborate.
Why don't you tell it?
Well, it
Your,
did-
wait, his initial impression of
Well,
you?
No.
Or- oh, y'all-
he actually heard my initial impression of him.
no, I mean, I'm probably one of
Apparently
the
it's not
first
good.
people that introduced myself to you when you got here,
Maybe.
and I tried to be friendly, but
Let me
be
get,
a
let me
good
get-
neighbor.
Hold on, wait. Did he lead with, hang down?
It was a little.
Right?
But I
She's
do remember.
restraining herself quite well here.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want you to just go all in. Let's
He
go.
was acting weird. Like he just burst up
not
in my
what I
room.
meant, but okay.
And anyway,
But
he
that's normal.
overheard me. Like the first week I was there, he came to the table, like sat
Lunch table.
down for like 2 seconds, all squirrely, and then he jumped up with his almonds and ran off. And I was like,
All
"What's
12
wrong-
of 'em.
What's wrong with that weird guy? Or that he's kind of weird. I don't know
You
what I said.
said, "What's up with that guy?"
Yeah, and he heard me. I'm sorry. I
But
apologize.
it was real bad, but it got a little bit better when we found out we both liked Fargo.
Okay.
It got a
It
little
was
bit better.
before that.
It got a little bit better then,
Yeah.
but it's bad again now.
What would no? What no? What was your impression of her?
These are lies.
Your day would be so lonely
Without,
if it wasn't us.
yeah.
Oh my-
No, I would probably just give up education and just got out and retired if it hadn't been for y'all two. And I guess you too.
I mean, I'm here.
Chopped liver.
Yeah. Okay, so but you're not answering my question. What was your initial impression of her?
You ain't from around here, are you?
I don't know. It was just so different from the teacher that had been there before. It's just totally different, totally opposite.
Starts with a V.
Belsky?
No.
Oh.
It was,
I didn't know her.
Valenzuela. Oh,
She goes to book club sometimes.
yeah.
Oh.
I can't remember. Her
Oh,
name.
I thought you meant the one right before
But-
me.
Oh.
It was a
I thought that was the one right before you. That was the one before her.
yeah.
it's different, but I mean, I annoyed her too. I annoyed her, the one. I mean, I guess I've annoyed everybody.
I think so.
Can
Yeah,
confirm.
That's fair.
Can't confirm.
What was your initial impression of Wendi? Like when she got here.
A great math teacher. Great math teacher.
about
Friendly.
mine?
Great math teacher. Well,
What am I,
we,
where was the great English teacher? Friendly.
we'll talk about that later.
What about what did you think of him? Wendi.
I'm trying to think. Like my first impression.
She was
because
impressed by
really-
his
Oh, yeah,
alpha
that-
male attention to breaking up fights. and
Right.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
important. Also,
He just
Yeah, that was important.
I had to come to Asheville to check out the hype.
Right.
And then you were let.
It was kind of like when I joined the military. I thought it was going to be like the volleyball scene from Top Gun.
No.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ended up working on old diesel machines.
Yeah, it was just there was no Val Kilmer's or Tom Cruise's anywhere.
Yeah.
It was similar.
Well, Val Kilmer looks like me now, so that's.
Yeah, we're not politically correct around here.
What? I just said he looked like me.
Worse than
So
you.
I've been told.
He looks worse than you. For being
Oh,
honest.
geez.
Thanks.
I haven't seen any pictures of Val Kilmer.
Didn't
you
you,
not
see
seen
Top
Top
Gun
Gun?
too?
Yeah, the
Oh, no,
the
I haven't seen
Top
it
Gun
yet.
Maverick. You haven't. You're
Why
one of
haven't
like.
you seen it?
You haven't
It's
seen
so
Top Gun
good.
Maverick?
I was mad the night that I was going to watch it, so I didn't watch it. Passive aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Say what you want about me, but I'm telling you, of the two of us, you don't want to see her get mad.
I don't think I've. Have I seen you mad?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever seen you mad. I've seen you aggravated because we talked about that one time that kid broke that window in your room. Yeah, I've seen you aggravated, but I don't think I've seen you mad. I see you aggravated all the time. It doesn't take much.
But then it leaves so fast. Cherane, it leaves.
Yes,
and
yes.
she doesn't hold grudges either.
Well,
I have to
she doesn't
remind-
hold it back. She's not developing tumors in her head by holding it back.
Yeah.
This is true. I'm there to remind
I forget
her. That.
I'm
I remind
angry.
her.
I forget
Yeah.
I'm angry.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, don't you remember?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
No, I've seen that happen
I
before.
have.
I've seen Wendy have to remind her like, no, but he killed somebody. Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Like watching them have a conversation is one of the most entertaining things ever. But it's insane because they're such good friends, but they don't speak to each other a lot in school. Like they'll like breeze by each other and have an exchange, but they won't. Like when I see them, that they're never having a full on conversation. Maybe that's
you
on
walked
purpose.
up.
Maybe
'Cause
that's
you
on
walked
purpose. Am I learning something about my relationship with y'all that I didn't know?
I don't
Like,
know.
do y'all like not have conversations in front of me for a reason?
Well, you do run your mouth a lot, so we usually
Hot take. Hot take.
debrief on the phone when we're at home with each other. Oh gosh.
No.
You,
David, carry the show.
all right, y'all debrief
Yeah.
in the evenings.
Yeah.
They're ready?
On the
Okay.
ride homes or the ride to school, we yeah.
Now this is this before or after you listen to Glenn Miller Orchestra?
This is before from the ride home, and then after if I've taken my nap and I'm cooking dinner.
It's unbelievable. Listen to Metallica all day long, or sometimes during the day. And for some reason, we're talking about Glenn Miller Orchestra the other day, and
You're
you
taking
said,
your mother.
"Well, no, she don't know."
Dang! Wait, hold on. When are you going?
February,
Is she gonna listen to this?
probably.
Yeah, she'll listen
She's
to
not
this.
listening to this.
No, it just floored me. Never in my life would I think you would listen to Glenn Miller after you, because you listen to the craziest stuff. The only music we would have in common, I think, would be U2. That's about it.
No, we had that one, the Native Howl. You like?
No, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think
I do
you
too.
like
I have it on my phone.
Okay, but then you go home every day and listen to Glenn Miller and in your library.
Mhm.
And
She has a
now
library.
Oh, no,
with
you have
your
a
with your
library?
3 dogs.
Yeah.
She kicked out her daughter.
No, my daughter is an English teacher at another school, and she moved out. She bought her own home.
Oh, okay.
So
Shade at me.
It's time to get out of here. Ooh.
She's
So
throwing direct shade at me.
I don't think she-
nothing to do with you,
yeah.
guilty conscience. Anyway, I turned her room into my personal library,
Nice.
and it's my sanctuary.
Does it have like 4 books? Because my library would only have like 4
Wendy,
books.
tell them how nice my library is.
He's very.
She
it's
sent
lovely.
she sent me videos of it. Like when she got it done, she sent me video, and it's nice.
Mhm.
And well, never mind. I can't say that.
It's similar to
Botanical Gardens.
The other project.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
her house is really cool. I'll tell you about it.
And I
when we're
do
done.
listen to Glenn Miller and take my nap on my library couch. With the
How
fan
long?
on.
What's optimal nap time for you?
It's usually about 2 hours.
Wow. Okay.
And I
that's-
normally don't nap, but since I'm getting close to 50 now,
Mhm.
I find myself very tired, and the house is quiet, and there's no kids, and
So you
what
just-
else is there to do?
You take a 2-hour nap.
I do.
You don't feel groggy when you get up. I can't go
I
more than
can't.
45 minutes without feeling groggy.
Yeah, 20 minutes isn't enough. 45 minutes is too long. Like it's got to be that 30-minute window for
I'm
me.
30 to 45. If
Yeah.
it's over 45, I feel like I
I'm
have a
done.
headache.
I'm
What
done
about
for
you?
this a day.
You take good naps.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm not napping because of football season going on. So
You're here like us till like
Oh, well,
6
yeah.
p.m.
yeah,
Yeah, poor Wendy
Um,
has a grueling schedule.
yeah. But on a like in the winter, I'd say an hour, maybe right at an hour.
David doesn't take naps. He hangs from his bedroom upside down
But he wakes up at the
Because he
crack
got
of
bit by a
dawn.
bat.
because he got bit by a bat.
What happens if you know?
No, I really don't. What happens when you do what? No, I don't. I do get up early, and I don't get much sleep during the week.
What time you get up every day?
4:45.
4:10.
That's ridiculous.
What time you get up usually during the week?
5:30.
My alarm goes off at 5.
When
And then number 2 goes off at 5:40.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then every 9 minutes after that.
At 6, like this morning, 6:10, I was like, get out of bed, just get out of bed. So I like start self-talking about 6:10, and usually by 6:15 something has happened.
Something's happened to me.
That eyes cracked open.
Right.
I mean, I want to go to bed at 8 o'clock, but I just can't ever get there. It's always 10. Like it was after 10 last night.
10.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
I just,
Yeah.
I just
Stay,
can't get
just
there.
stay in it, man. What time do you go to, or what time you get up during the week?
Depends. If we have 6 o'clock practice, it's usually 4:45.
That's when I get up. When we've got a
Yeah.
16, like
That's so
4:45. Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I got to get Mays up now that he's
Yeah.
playing varsity football and everything. So, that's.
Well, I've got to take those days. I take a shower because I've gotten to where I
always-
used to take a shower after practice before I got down here for homeroom.
I
Now
always
I
take a
just take
shower
it before I get
yeah.
to practice.
But,
Get ready.
on the days that, that there's not a morning practice, it's no later than 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this whole week I haven't been able to sleep, and so I've been like this morning. I woke up, eyes open at 4 a.m. and I couldn't go back to bed, so I just got up. I don't know why. I'm one of those people. If I get up, my mind starts
Yeah, I'm
racing,
up.
and I can't reel it in. I've just got to.
I'm a morning person. That's
I
not
am
good.
too. Yeah, you're not.
No, she's not.
So like, are
get
you like
2
a?
hours in the evening? I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
well,
of course you're a
this
morning
is a recent
person.
development, actually.
So are you like a noon-ish on the weekends type person?
No, I mean my best time is like 8 to sometime at night. I mean I'm a night.
No, what time do you wake up?
What
on
time do you
weekends?
wake up?
Oh, on the weekends, I'll if we're on a regular schedule, I'll wake up around 8 and I'll go back to sleep for a little while, and
Yeah. Like after
I don't want to really do anything till noon. Yes.
okay, okay, and you
I'm up at 7.
on the weekends?
Yeah. That's sleeping in, though.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Mhm.
Like usually I'm up by my eyes are open at 6:30. I'm fully awake by 7, and I stay in the bed till 8, and then I'm out and I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
about
sit on my back porch and drink
You're
coffee.
you're fairly active. You're not a
It just
sleep in.
depends.
Well, you Sundays. You
Yeah,
you
usually
take, You and
Sundays.
Carrie take Sundays pretty low key.
Yeah. Sunday's usually the day that we don't get up real early.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it depends on what's going on. Usually I'm up plenty enough time to watch game day.
Yeah.
Especially like on football seasons. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
during football season, I
Yeah.
gotta watch my game day.
Yeah, I watch game day. Then on Saturday from 11 till Pac-12 after dark, I'm watching
Football.
football.
I'm right there with you. Cherane loves football. Loves to watch football. Right.
Sure.
So you love
No.
football.
I love football.
You love football. You could care less.
I could care less.
Could or couldn't?
She could care
I
less.
could not care less.
Could not care less. Could. What's the
I could
correct
not.
phrase? Could not care less.
It's could not. It means it's the
Could
lowest.
care less. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
If I tried, I probably could care less. If I really put my
You-
mind to it.
What you're saying is you care. What little you do care, you care because of us.
Sure.
Mhm.
You tell yourself that.
She likes to aggravate Alabama fans.
Oh, it's so easy, too. It's like taking candy
Yeah.
from a baby.
It is easy.
Yeah.
As an
And you
Alabama
Auburn
fan.
fans, too. I mean,
I don't know. I've got pretty thick skin. You've got to
no,
around
whatever.
here.
My
I
husband's an
don't
Auburn
know.
fan, and he is just as sensitive about it as everybody else.
Do you pick fun at Bo?
Oh, absolutely. I said, why can't you just be an Alabama fan? I want to be on the winning side. And he gets mad. Yeah.
How mad? Like on a scale of
Really,
1 to
like
10?
I mean-
Really?
It's me. He can't get that mad at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Look. Bo bought her a.
She could
Hey.
kill him with her bare hands. I will
Yeah.
put that out there.
No.
Bo bought her a. I don't even know what was it? A coffee
don't-
cake or a.
Oh, the bundt cake?
the bun.
nothing
Yeah, the mini
bundt
bundt
cakes?
cake. Yeah. and put it in her lunchbox for her. And I was in a room talking to her about the episode. Was this today or yet? It was yesterday.
Today.
It was today?
Yeah, it's still sitting on my stomach. Pretty heavy.
And she's like, look what Bo got me. And she pulls out like a cake. And I'm like, what in the, what? I thought it was going to be like a ham sandwich. She pulls out like a mini bunt cake. And it's like, isn't he so sweet? I'm like, man, that's awesome.
Every day he sticks a note in my lunchbox.
Aw.
Yeah. Does Carrie do that for you?
I love you.
Yeah, there it is.
Does
Does Julie do that for you?
How are you doing with no nap today? Or did you sneak one in sometime?
I'm a little.
But it is Friday.
But I had drill last weekend, so I haven't had a day off. So I'm getting a little. I'm feeling it.
You're feeling it.
So you still doing the two weekends a month, 1 week a year, 2 weeks a year, whatever
One
that
week in
logo
a-
is?
1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year.
Yeah,
You just re-up too.
Mhm.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. She wore, so, when we did those military
I have
uniforms.
no idea.
She wore her uniform that day in support
Cool.
to school. It was pretty cool.
I had no idea because he didn't tell me that. Thank you.
pretty
Appreciate
cool.
that. Even though I had absolutely nothing to do other than just yell at kids on the sideline.
Yeah.
Because that's literally all I did.
Well, you don't really yell. You talk, and then when you get frustrated with Johnny, then you yell.
I can't say kids' names.
Nobody knows who that is.
You're right. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
There's only one at the school.
Little Johnny.
Now they know.
I'm just blasting all kinds of secrets.
Yeah,
Birthday presents and.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't know that, by the way. Thanks for telling. I thought we were close.
What? The birthday thing?
Your acquaintances.
That's right. We are acquaintances. Yeah. We only like each other when we're on camera.
Hi.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's always dancing around his doorway every period.
Yeah. He never comes to my. You never come to my room.
Ooh, here we go.
You never. Well, no, she
No,
does.
if I need
You two
something.
never come to. Yeah, only if she needs.
Only
Y'all
if she needs
look.
something.
Yeah. When she needs something, she just texts me. Hey, come here.
I mean, I have a job to do.
Okay, let me grace your highness with, my
It's so
presence.
funny because she doesn't care about the queen, yet she thinks she's royalty.
Well,
You should get on to her about that.
she's
Let's have this
awesome.
conversation.
She's awesome. She honestly, look. No, seriously.
Your
I-
Highness. I mean, he said it. I'm just saying.
I'm okay with this.
I look forward to work every day, knowing that I'm going to have some
Yeah.
kind of awesome interaction with Cherane Moreno, Wendi Bischoff, and David Murphree, because it's always
and not
like,
Clint Thompson.
Are
well,
you here?
you're not here.
No, I'm not here.
Okay.
Sadly, it would be even better if you were.
No, I'd be fired within 30 seconds.
That is also true. That is also true. Don't you have other questions?
Yeah, you're really quiet.
Well, no, I just want to know, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
All right, you were there, and then you went to boarding school here
Yes.
in the United States.
In Columbia,
You went
South
to,
Carolina.
wait a minute, you went to school in Saudi Arabia for a little while.
Yes, till the end of my 9th grade year.
Okay, then you went to boarding school in where now? In Columbia?
Columbia, South Carolina.
And then you went to Tennessee to Bryan College?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to get that in. And
Okay.
then, and how do you say Valdosta?
Say it.
Valdosta,
Okay. That's weird.
Valdosta.
How you say Talladega?
Talladega.
Yeah, the E. Yeah, there you go.
Not Talladega.
Ask Wendy how she says Wednesday.
Wednesday. You
She
say
says-
it like you spell
He
it.
says Wednesday.
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 Hey, one thing I want to ask you about when you were in boarding school,
Mhm.
did you put a mattress over a door?
That was
Take
in
one.
college.
College?
That
What
was in
happened? Of the hall monitor?
She was, yes. Yeah, she's listening. Gosh, she's not gonna listen. Anyway,
The hit with that girl.
she was
She's all fogged up.
kind of. And so we took a mattress and we had several rolls of duct tape and we duct taped it in front of her door and the doors opened in and when she opened her door she couldn't get out and she was screaming and crying.
So she couldn't bust through a mattress?
No, we had duct taped it. She could not.
Not
do that.
electrical tape.
Well, how did
Duct
she get out?
Tape.
She had to call the
Maintenance guy.
the main people in the office.
What happened to y'all? Anything happened to you? Did you get in trouble?
Did you get found out?
Yeah, did you get found out?
No, but years later our paths crossed at church and I apologized.
At church. We were at church.
And she actually married a guy who went to my boarding school.
I was gonna say it'd be kind of funny. She married a fireman that rescues people for that kind of stuff all the time.
She was, really bossy.
So, a Karen?
She was a Karen.
Speaking of Karen, you stabbed a girl in the eye.
did.
Can I bring that up?
You can.
Okay.
Well, you already have. So
Wait, I cleared this
Okay,
with her
so
beforehand.
Karen was a Karen, and when I
Yeah.
met her in 3rd grade,
Oh, it's the same person?
this is a different girl.
Oh.
Different girl, but her name's actually Karen.
Her name's actually Karen, and
Even
She
worse.
would stand in the hallway and be like, "Don't run in the hallway," and I was a little bit of a,
Rebel?
I was kind of bratty, and.
Not
Anyway,
you.
and I wasn't very good in school, and she was a straight A student, and her dad was the pastor. Anyway, so one day I had a brand new
pastor's
pencil with
kids.
just a nice pencil and
Had Hello
eraser.
Kitty all over it.
It was a number 2
Okay, you went
straight.
down then.
I don't know.
Anyway, so I was doing my problem with math, and I'm terrible at math, as Wendi knows. And she leaned over my shoulder, and she was like, "That problem's wrong." So I just, and she like fell back and started screaming, and I got in big trouble at school, and then I got big trouble at home. But we turned out being good friends, and
Y'all are
ahead.
best friends.
we're best friends. And so we ended up
You
rooming
stabbed
together.
her in the eye?
No,
Is
her
her name
name's
Karen?
Wendi. Her name's not Karen.
And so we ended up rooming together at boarding school, and then she was Gabriel's godmother. We're each other's weddings. And then about 10 years ago, she called and was like, "I have to tell you something." And
I
was
hate
like,
your guts.
No, and I
Listen,
was like,
this is good.
"What is it?" And she goes, "I have cancer in my eye." And I said, "Oh my God, was it the one I stabbed you?" And she goes, "I can't remember." So I've always felt guilty for that.
That's not funny. It's not.
No, it is.
Karen,
But
I'm
it's
always
ironic.
sorry. I'm
It's
so sorry.
hilarious.
It's
That's the craziest story I've ever heard.
I had to bring it up. I wrote notes. I had to.
So you didn't
Right.
ask her if she's going to be a pirate from now on out?
She got treatment. I mean, she now like has cataracts in her eyes because of the radiation and all, but she's okay. And she's got big, beautiful blue eyes.
Well,
so sorry,
just
Karen.
one now.
No, she's got both eyes. Didn't take her eye out, but she had to.
Arg.
Don't make fun of Karen.
Poor Karen. Poor Karen. Okay, look.
So just
now,
remember that next time you get on my nerves.
Now, I got a question for you. Earlier, we were
stab
talking
somebody?
about somebody
No.
killing a dog.
No one
Oh.
killed a dog.
I tried to. Chloe.
Oh,
We're talking
I'm
about
sorry.
Chloe.
We
We
were,
had to kill it.
we were standing outside the bathroom.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it got brought up because I was talking about going to Frank's house early in our friendship. I think it was year 1 or 2. I can't remember.
I think
but
we're further in than that.
Yeah. Anyway, we're having dinner, and there was this dog named Chloe that had been passed, like in the divorce. Bo was divorced, and the dog went with Bo, and so the dog was alone with Bo for a while, and then Cherane got introduced into the family. Chloe hated Cherane, like really, really
Miserable
hated, and
dog.
she talked about it like fairly often, but it didn't really register like what kind of hate we were talking about until until we were visiting, and so my husband was like, we're sitting there, we're playing some game, like a board game,
No, we were sitting in the recliner and the dog's cuddled up next to him staring all
Yeah.
at me.
and he said, "Cherane, I do believe this dog hates you," because he hadn't heard all the stories. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh,
Your husband.
yes."
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, she does. She absolutely hates me." And then later, because Cherane would talk about running the dog over from time to time, but then she accidentally ran the dog over for real.
Isn't that the worst when you're like, I'm going to run over that dog one day, and you actually do it? Ugh, I feel
Well, like
kinda
I
bad now.
backed up and I heard, "Arr!" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And the kid's like, "Go forward!" So I went forward.
You run over it twice.
I ran over it twice,
I didn't know that
and it
part.
crawled away. And I thought, "This is it. Bo's never gonna believe I did this by accident. I've talked it up too much, and that dog lived."
That reaction.
seems
That dog-
disappointed.
that dog-
Oh, I was disappointed. It was a vile. She was a meanie.
Yeah.
What kind of dog
It
was
was a
it?
vile
A
creature.
Shih
Should
Tzu.
do.
A what?
You might watch your language.
I'm not gonna say fogged up again.
It's a fucked up shit.
Yeah.
It really was. You don't know.
Yeah. My preacher listens to this.
Cherane, like she said, like she was describing.
I'm lightheaded.
describing her today to Nick, and she said that she had 9 rows of bottom teeth that like
Shut it out.
Yeah, she had an
did.
underbite.
Yes.
Severe
she-
underbite.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was a horrible animal.
My head hurts.
Yeah.
Your hat's too tight.
Anything else?
No, just Yellowstone. That's all I got left.
Okay, recommendations. Let's get to them.
Just-
Recommendations. Clint,
Why am I going first?
David.
Well, I want to recommend a coffee called Stumptown Coffee,
Stumptown Coffee.
but I'm not going to recommend it. It's Jerry Seinfeld's favorite coffee. I'm not going to recommend it. I want to recommend that if you have not read this poem,
I like how you say poem.
well, this poem, I recommend everybody read this poem called Cavalry Crossing a Ford by Walt Whitman. I think that, my
Walter
personal
White.
opinion, everybody read it and see what you think. I think he plagiarized
Oh my gosh.
in this poem. I think he got lines from an article that a union,
Mob boss.
well, a guy that writes for the paper, we call it a union
Journalist.
represent, or yeah, a union
Journalist?
writer for a newspaper.
Journal.
I think he stole lines from that article out of the newspaper and wrote the poem "Cavalry Crossing a Ford." Cavalry.
You can be
crossing a ford.
inspired by things you read. That's
Yeah, but I mean, some of the lines are exactly the same. But interestingly enough, I think you just don't want to agree with me that I'm right.
I don't agree with you. Walt Whitman is.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
I
But-
love Walt Whitman.
But this
Tomorrow
poem,
and tomorrow and tomorrow.
this article that was written in the newspaper, and then the poem, it's actually about Rousseau's raid though through Asheville. Is what
Yeah.
it's written about when they crossed the ford over on the Coosa River.
On Greensport.
Yeah.
Greensport, yeah.
Over on the
On
Coosa
10
River.
Mile
Yeah.
Island,
Now
or
I love
10
it even
10 Mile
more.
Island, Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, and this lady was doing research, and this is pretty recent when they found out that the lines are exactly the same. 3 of them are exactly the same. So I think it's plagiarism myself. But yeah, everybody, I'd
Rousseau that-
recommend you read it.
Colonel
You
Rousseau
agree
that
with
came out of Decatur and went down, fought at Janie's Furnace, and then went down to Montgomery and fought at Cal.
Was that Rousseau
Yeah, it was.
at
it was him.
Janie Furnace?
Yeah, that was him.
Okay.
That
Well,
was his
well, that's
cavalry regiment.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the raid. Basically, the only ones that ever come through Asheville
Yes.
was Rousseau.
And
But it's,
they came-
but it's written about. It was written for the New York newspaper, but it was happened right here in Asheville.
The new-
It's written about.
That's
Yes.
interesting.
That is
My
interesting.
my recommendation is also historically relevant in a fictional way. Death of Stalin, great movie, highly recommend. Armando Iannucci wrote and directed it. He's the guy who did Veep. Have any of y'all ever heard of Veep on HBO with Julia Louis-Dreyfus? But this was a film he did a couple of years ago. It's got what's the guy with the eyes in Mr. Deeds? You know, the weird eyes.
Yeah. Time heals all things except the crazy eyes.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Karen.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi. It's got Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi plays Nikita Khrushchev in it, and it talks about the death of Stalin. But it's a comedy. It's a dark comedy. So it talks about the death of Stalin and all these major players in Soviet politics and how they actually did vie for power. And
Was it like killing Hitler and the Bigfoot?
no, that's dramatic in a
terrible sort of way.
weird way. This is intentionally funny.
I watched both of those.
Yeah.
That one.
Death of Stalin.
I watched that.
It was
and-
horrible, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't believe y'all.
Did you watch that? Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I ended up watching this stuff. Y'all tell me about it. I just waste my
It was
time.
weird. The fight scene with him and Bigfoot was weird.
It was all weird.
But Death of Stalin's great. Funny, hilarious. I enjoyed it because they make a mockery of the Soviet Union and they poke fun at the Soviet Union, and it's got Grigory Malenkov and Nikita Khrushchev and all these like major historical figures of the Soviet Union at that time, and it's hilarious. It's freaking.
Are they in it?
actors?
I was making sure.
Characters. Yeah.
You said they were in it.
Well, okay. Have you had time to think about your recommendation?
Yeah, I have my recommendation. So, first of all, I'm going to lead off with a non-recommendation. Thor: Love and Thunder is a biggest waste of
It is.
time.
I
It is
watched it the other
terrible.
day. It's not good.
It is terrible. I
Now,
made it
it's not
halfway
a
through.
Thor
it.
Loving Hunter.
All right. What have you been drinking? What's in that bottle over there? Thor.
Can I say what the fog?
Yeah.
Okay, what the fog?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Terrible.
You'll never live this down.
No.
Sorry.
But it's not as bad as Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I think Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness was a little bit better. Not by much.
I think Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is slightly worse, and then
Say I reverse them simply because of stupid bailing goats or whatever the crap.
that
they
was
were.
funny.
That was terrible. Because
It's
it
all-
kept the comedy went too stinking long.
I don't know what
The
they're talking about
the
either.
Howling
Okay.
Goats is mythologically
I
accurate.
don't care.
Is it like a fainting goat?
Kinda.
No, they're giant howling goats. They're like the size of this room,
yeah,
pulling a ship, a
yeah.
Viking ship,
That
a
makes
galley,
a Rainbow Road.
Makes a what?
a rainbow road.
I'm not gonna
A
watch
rainbow road?
Road.
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 it. Even though it really happened, I'm not gonna watch it.
the howling goats really happened.
Or the death of Stalin. Which one are you
Yeah,
talking
I'm not
about?
watching either one.
Okay, all right.
So my
Well, I already
actual
watched that one.
my actual recommendation, hot take. I'm not a Beatles fan.
I'm not either.
They're just kind of
I support
okay.
your hot take.
I understand the significance of them. Sorry, but there is a cover song of "Come Together" that's out. You know, it's been in some movies and stuff by Gary Clark Jr. I do like that rendition with the electric guitar and whatnot in it.
So Come Together by Gary Clark Jr., the cover.
Yes,
Okay, version. Okay.
yes.
Which one do you find, ladies, would like to go first with your recommendation?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'll go. My recommendation is for the locals that are listening. I want to recommend the Kings of Swing. We went Tuesday night for a concert, and they are a
Gadsden.
community band in Gadsden. And their next concert is December 13th. And I think it's good to get out and listen to live music and just relax for a little while.
Yeah.
Where will the show be? Yeah, where will the show be?
It was at the. It wasn't
Art,
the
Cultural Arts Center.
Yeah.
December 13th, it'll be up there again.
Yeah.
Cultural Arts.
Hardin, the Mary Hardin building.
Cultural Arts
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say about they went with a bunch from
They
work?
they went as a group. It was pretty
Okay.
cool. Pretty interesting.
Are you gonna be mad at us for a couple of days? No.
About what?
Because you get salty if we don't invite you to everything.
Well,
even though it's
I
just
don't-
a
I
good
would-
trip.
But here's my problem with that, and I'm glad we have a platform to air it out. We invite him to stuff, and he's like,
That's
I can't
true.
go. I can't go.
Trivia night.
Yes.
We begged him.
Twice,
Begged
two
him.
different trivia nights.
Yeah.
We
I
even,
can't
we
go.
even said we needed you. Like we needed you to balance out. There were, I think, music is what we needed. Him
Yes, we did. And there was, you know, I think like 90% of the staff was there that night, and
Yeah,
it was him and
it
maybe two
was.
other people that didn't show up.
Him and
Nah,
Thompson.
You didn't need me for music. It was like bad music, like music nobody likes. Is what you
Exactly.
needed me
That's
for.
what we,
That's
exactly.
Yeah, we need you for the bad music nobody likes.
But we
the
still
questions.
needed your expertise in that area.
On the bad stuff,
Yeah.
the bad music, the nut stuff nobody likes. Yeah, all right.
I mean, we've won gold and silver, but that silver, you might have been, if you'd been there, we might have gotten gold and gold.
I'm just not a social person.
No way. What was your recommendation?
Harold and Maude.
Oh, that's right, Harold and Maude. Now that's a weird movie. But yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I recommend everybody go to the upcoming Oktoberfest. Not Oktoberfest, I'm sorry, Greek Festival
Mhm.
down in Birmingham.
We're at in downtown Birmingham.
What church is
In-
that?
It's the Greek Orthodox.
Oh,
Church.
the
Greek Orthodox
well, that
Church,
Yeah,
makes
that's one of the
sense.
first things I remember you bringing to school was the food from that
Feta.
years ago.
It's so
From
good.
that-
Everyone should go to that.
Yeah, everybody should go. It's super fun.
Is there a lot of feta?
Yes.
There is, yes.
But they do the coffee. Now they do that coffee you were talking about. It's that thick, about that big
Yeah.
coffee with honey.
Not
Okay.
Cardamom.
How do you pronounce it? Gyro.
Euro.
Okay.
Euro. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Thank
Well,
you.
in Saudi, we call them shawarmas.
Shawarmas.
Whoa, that's a shawarma?
That's a shawarma, like
Kind of,
in
yeah.
Avengers.
Yeah.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
don't know what you're
What's
talking
a
about with
shawarma?
Avengers, but
You know, we kidded her about that Valdesta thing so much that she changed her location that she was going to stay at. I asked her, where y'all staying at? Macon. Won't even say it anymore.
Macon.
No, we changed it. We're going to
no,
stay
it
in
was
Macon.
too far to go down to Valdesta.
Valdosta.
We're
Valdosta.
not going there anymore. We're staying in Macon now.
Vidalia.
It's ironic because the #1 state where we get the most listeners is actually Georgia, so I'm going to be interested to see.
And Germany, Germany, Germany.
And Germany.
Yeah, my people come from Manor, Georgia.
Maynard.
Manor,
Manor.
near
Maynard.
Waycross, but not
Okay,
really.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
My people come from Asheville.
my people.
That's. Am I wrong? Can I not say that?
Well, I know.
It's
the way
okay
it's
for her
said.
to say it, but it's funny when you say it.
Exactly.
No, it's funny when anybody says it. My people.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of funny. Interns, y'all good over there? We got Aaron, Hansen, and Coby over there.
That was a good song. That was.
She knew immediately. She knew immediately. Ladies, thank you for being on.
Thank you.
Seriously, I had a really good time, and we're gonna have to make shirts now, Wendi.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a glass ceiling moment. Cherane and I discussed that before we came in.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Explain.
Feminine wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're breaking it? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Why?
Because this
Are
is
we not
like
the
a
first
man cave. where we-
Females on this show?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh,
Rhonda.
well,
Rhonda.
Yeah.
You're the first guests. Like that. Like not that Rhonda wasn't a guest. Aiden was the guest, but Rhonda was with Aiden. But
Aw.
technically yes, technically no.
So
it could go either
no,
way.
we have to give Rhonda the glass ceiling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we wanted to have y'all on because we wanted to talk. Like y'all know
We
each
wanted
other
to talk
so
about
well, and
stabbing
y'all
in
got
the
such great stories. Yeah, y'all got such great stories. And honestly, I wish we could talk more, but we're running out of time. So,
My
yeah.
couch is calling.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
He's
I didn't say anything.
Listen,
Oh, I thought you said something. Where are you going after this?
I won't talk about it.
Okay. It's that 10 marker challenge.
Yeah, 10 marker challenge is where I'm going.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe on Lens Plus on Apple Podcasts, $1.99 a month or $14.99 a year, as well as on Spotify, 99 cents a month. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Keep up with us on all those platforms, guys. We really do appreciate you tuning in. This is always fun for us. It's always a good time.
Always fun.
Yeah, it's always.
The 10 marker challenge has never successfully been completed.
Don't forget, you can talk.
Or
Go home. You were knocking on the bathroom
Yeah.
door.
and I was yelling your name. Moreno, are you in there? And you were standing right there. And
I don't
then
remember this.
Coach Monroe walks out.
Now I know. One time
Remember I
somebody
walked
knocked
right
on the
past
door and you were in there and you said, "Come in."
He does that all the time.
When you first got here, I walked right past you in the teacher's lounge, and then went over and started banging on the door. Moreno, are you in there? I didn't even know who was in there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
and then like, the head coach comes walking out. Who was that?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Simmons, Pike,
Oh, now
Monroe.
Yeah, but he wasn't the head coach then.
He doesn't know the coach's name.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that happened. That happened.